Thanks, Pete. Well, look, I think a few things are surprising and people may not know how close Hunter Biden was, for instance, to the Russian oligarchs that are in the inner sanctum of Vladimir Putin's court. And in fact, there was one day when Hunter Biden had lunch, a State Department lunch hosted by his father for the now president of China, Xi Jinping. And then he hopped on a plane and flew to Moscow to have breakfast the next day at the home of one of these oligarchs. So he was very tight with people who were pretty shady characters. And he went one time to Lake Como, to a very illustrious sort of oligarch hotel there on the shore called Villa d'Este, and he was hobnobbing with various Wall Street titans and oligarchs, including a woman, Russia's richest woman, a woman by the name of Elena Baturina. He met her there with his friend Devon Archer, and this was just a few weeks after, 6 weeks after Elena Baturina had wired $3.5 million into a bank account associated with Devon Archer, who was Hunter Biden's partner.
So to be clear, this was not Donald Trump Jr. meeting with Russian oligarchs. This was Hunter Biden. We could get into content. We don't have enough time to get into it. I know I remember the excerpt in the New York Post about the Communist Chinese and their connections. It's incredible. But what was it like to actually read all of these emails and go through it?
Oh, look, I mean, it's a labyrinth. There are tens of thousands of documents, and every time you do a deep dive, you end up down some rabbit hole or other. But, I mean, occasionally I would just push myself away from the desk after hours and just shake my head and say, I cannot believe I just read that. And when you piece together that puzzle with Tony Bobulinski, who was a partner of Hunter Biden, all his WhatsApp messages that I have, and then on top of that, the Johnson-Grassley Senate inquiry, which had all those suspicious activities, transactions that came from the Treasury Department, from the bank accounts and bank wires that went to entities associated with Hunter Biden. It adds up to tens of millions of dollars and really America's national interest compromised.
Wow.